Welcome to the Kyber Crystal Lounge. Today we are talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi, Episode 6. This is the final episode of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Possible final episode. There might be a second season in the works. It has not been confirmed, but it also has not been denied. So as of right now, this is the final episode. If you haven't seen the episode, I suggest you go do so. I'm going to break it down and talk about it in detail, so this is your spoiler warning. So go watch it and then come back. The episode opens with Reva on Tatooine looking for Luke. After the end of the last episode, where she found the little communicator left on the planet by Obi-Wan as everyone made their escape. And on it was a recording from Bail Organa saying that if Obi-Wan's been captured, he's afraid that the Empire has learned about the children and he is going to go to Tatooine if he does not hear from Obi-Wan anytime soon. He never went to Tatooine. Reva gets there and she starts asking around for Owen, looking for the boy. And this episode is cut between Reva going to the Lars family homestead, looking for Luke, and Owen and Beru defending him and trying to fight off Reva. And it's cut between that and Obi-Wan's showdown with Darth Vader. As they're making their escape, Vader's Star Destroyer is chasing the transport we saw leave the hangar bay and Darth Vader. The pass is being shot at and their ship is not in a good way. Roken is trying to fix it, but he needs more time. And in order to buy him more time, Obi-Wan tells him that Vader wants him and will pursue him. So Obi-Wan is going to leave and have Vader chase him instead, allowing everybody else to get away. Leia is not happy with this. She does not think that Obi-Wan should be leaving because he made a promise to get her home. Obi-Wan then tasks Haja with getting Leia home. Haja being the fake Jedi we saw in the second episode, as well as the previous episode. Obi-Wan leaves everybody and flies to the nearest planet, where Vader does take the bait. And I have to tell you, this is an absolutely glorious showdown between Obi-Wan and Vader. It's emotional, it's powerful, and both characters bring their A game while trying to fight each other. Vader holds nothing back, and he is absolutely trying to lay the smackdown on Obi-Wan. And it's kind of cool to see in this fight Vader's strength from his cyborg body parts in certain times where he absolutely just completely manhandled Obi-Wan. There's one point where Vader punches Obi-Wan in the face, and Obi-Wan really wasn't expecting to get hit that hard, and he reacts to the blow while still fighting. The Force is used a lot in this fight, and the first round of this fight goes to Vader as he buries Obi-Wan under a pile of rocks. He uses the Force, breaks out the ground, Obi-Wan falls in the hole, and then Vader just piles on the rocks. Obi-Wan uses the Force to hold the rocks from crushing him, and all the things start going through his head, from quotes from Vader and Anakin from Revenge of the Sith and throughout the series, where you hear the emotional weight of it just getting down to Obi-Wan. And then, in a brief moment, flashes of little Luke and little Leia go through Obi-Wan's head, as he is filled with a hope that these children are the future and they will bring balance to the Force and they will end the reign of the Empire. With that, Obi-Wan uses the Force to blast his way out and throws rocks everywhere. This is where round two begins, and here is where Obi-Wan absolutely lays the smackdown on Vader. He pelts him with rocks. He breaks the breathing controls on his chest, so Vader is struggling to breathe. And in a glorious dive at Vader, he splits the helmet open, revealing Anakin Skywalker's face underneath. Vader, breathing hard, wheezing, having a difficult time, tells Obi-Wan that he is not Obi-Wan's failure. And there's a really cool moment when he's talking where the colors of the lightsaber represent, good and evil. And while he's talking to Obi-Wan, the red glow from Vader's lightsaber disappears and it's replaced by the blue glow, signaling Anakin has come forward and is the one speaking to Obi-Wan. He tells him that he is not his failure, giving Obi-Wan a sense of closure. And then the red comes out, and it is, I killed Anakin Skywalker, as I will kill you. And in that moment, Obi-Wan comes to terms with that his friend is lost and bids Darth a goodbye and leaves him beaten and broken and struggling to breathe on the planet's surface and just walks away. And as Obi-Wan walks away, Vader screams throughout the entire conversation. They used Hayden Christensen's voice for Anakin and James Earl Jones' voice for Darth Vader blended together so you get the best of both. And hearing him scream Obi-Wan is enough to send chills down your spine. At least it was for me. It was a great moment. As Obi-Wan flies away and leaves Vader, he feels a disturbance through the Force that Luke is in trouble. Reva has attacked the homestead, and Owen and Beru have fought her off. She is looking to get back at Vader for killing her family by killing his family. And I'm still not entirely sure how she found out that Luke was Vader's son. And she's chasing Luke. She beats Owen and Beru, doesn't kill him, but she beats them. And Luke has been told to run, so he runs out into the desert. Reva hunts him down and uses the Force, and Luke falls off of a ledge and ends up unconscious, and he's laying on the ground in front of Reva. She raises her blade to kill Luke, and she sees the young Padawan version of herself laying in the sand. And flashes of what Anakin did to her and her friends on the night of Order 66 play through her head, and Reva cannot bring herself to kill Luke. Instead, she brings Luke back to the homestead, where Obi-Wan has landed and is going to help Owen and Beru search for Luke. But Reva brings him out and lays him on the ground in front of Owen and Beru, and they find out he's alive, and Reva, crying, tells Obi-Wan that she couldn't do it. She could not kill Luke, and that she has let her friends down, her family down, because she was unable to get justice for them, her warped sense of justice. And she tearfully asks Obi-Wan if this makes her like Vader. And Obi-Wan tells her that she is not like Vader because she chose to spare the boy and to show mercy. Obi-Wan, after everything's taken care of and Reva leaves her lightsaber in the sands of Tatooine, goes to Alderaan and reunites with Bail Organa and Leia to return Leia's droid Lola to her since she gave him Lola at the beginning of the episode when they separated. There's a really sweet, tender moment where Obi-Wan talks to Leia and tells her about her qualities that she got from her mother and her father, and tells Leia that they need to be careful not to reveal where they are and that sort of deal, setting up for, the original trilogy. So Leia and Obi-Wan say goodbye, and it's a very emotional and heartfelt scene. And then we get to see Vader back on Mustafar in his castle, where he is talking to Emperor Palpatine. And he's telling Palpatine over, a transmission that there are probes that are being sent to the nearby star systems. They will find Obi-Wan, and Vader is going to track him down and destroy him once and for all. Palpatine tells Vader that he is concerned that Anakin's past is clouding Darth Vader's mind, and his emotions are unchecked. And this basically puts Vader back to, no, Anakin Skywalker is dead. Obi-Wan Kenobi means nothing, and abandons his search for him. Which was my biggest concern going into the show, was Vader really didn't seem like the type of person that would just let Obi-Wan go after they fought. And in a way, I was right, because Vader did start searching for him almost immediately and wasn't going to let it go. But it wasn't because of the Emperor that he calls off his search and allows the events of the original trilogy to play out. Obi-Wan, back on Tatooine, goes and tells Owen that Luke needs to be a boy and to protect him. And Obi-Wan finally gets to meet Luke for the first time, it seems. And it is here we get our first...
Hello there.
Obi-Wan rides off into the desert, where he sees his former master, Qui-Gon Jinn, played by Liam Neeson once again. Qui-Gon told Obi-Wan that he was always there, Obi-Wan just wasn't ready to see him. And they have a long way to go. Qui-Gon disappears, Obi-Wan smiles and rides off into the Dune Sea. And that's where the show ends. That is the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I really love this episode. It was a strong ending to the entire series. There are a few things that I felt could have been executed a little better. Like I said earlier, I'm a little confused how Reva knew Luke was Vader's son and how she was going there. But overall, I would give the Kenobi series a solid 8 out of 10, B plus, A minus. It is so good. The actors they have to play little Leia and the past, along with like Reva, and they're just spot on perfect. Little Leia especially, I absolutely love how she's portrayed, her attitude. She definitely grows up to be the Princess Leia that takes control of her own rescue on the Death Star and forces everybody down into the garbage chute. I do really hope we get to see more Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. I would love to see a Darth Vader standalone movie or miniseries with Hayden Christensen coming back to portray him. Possibly something set closer to Revenge of the Sith before the events of Kenobi, and we could see maybe Vader's perspective of a Jedi that he's hunting down or something along those. I want more Dark Lord of the Sith, evil Vader that we got to see in this show, where he is able to terrorize people and just cut everyone down with a lightsaber. I want to see that villain that we have come to know. And I want to see how he uses the Force to just wreck everything. The way he grabbed a spaceship in the last episode and ripped it apart like it was nothing but a tin can was awesome. I also want to see more Obi-Wan, but I think I would prefer to see Obi-Wan in a side role, just occasionally popping up throughout some other properties, possibly in a future deal of the Bad Batch, or maybe the Andor series. They could mention him, but something kind of like how he just pops up in Rebels for like a single episode and just gives Ezra some advice and handles Darth Maul. But what did you guys think of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series? Let me know in the comment section below. I really want to hear your thoughts, and if you wouldn't mind liking this video and helping grow the channel. Obi-Wan Kenobi is over, but there is still a lot more content coming your way, so hit that subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching the video. Have a wonderful day, and may the Force be with you.